So I was working on a windswept video when I realized that if Aokaki unplayed my Steam library, I must restore my honor. Aokaki is a project I've been keeping an eye on for a while. The game has fascinated me since the first time I laid eyes on it because it reminds me of old school Ninja Gaiden and oddly Mega Man X, probably due to the dash. If you think this game is like any of those things, you're wrong. Aokaki is a fantastic game, and if the full game is anything like the demo, we are in for a real treat. Let's get one thing out of the way right now. The game doesn't hold back, even for a demo. You are going to die. I died quite a few times, mostly dicking around and experimenting with the controls, thinking the dash didn't carry momentum at first. It does actually, but only in a set window that also increases your jump height. Beyond that, you have a parry that's really good. I keep fucking up the timing on these grasshopper enemies in level 2, and the game really wants you to use this parry. It wasn't until the second level boss I remembered I had it in my first playthrough. You can also pogo on objects and enemies. This reminds me more of the pogo you do in Hollow Knight than the pogo from Shovel Knight. Story is you play as the title character, Aokaki, a samurai turned ronin who looks to go against the shogun in a bug-inhabited world. The shogun attacks the village for reasons. The village really isn't even a hard level. Lots of fire everywhere, easy enemies, nothing really too challenging honestly. It's an area designed for the player to get used to the game. I think the basic attacks are too slow sometimes, especially against these assholes in level 2. More on those in a minute. For now, let's talk about that blue meter, which is magic. The demo only has 2 magic attacks, this weak fireball that becomes somewhat useful after you upgrade it, and this healing spell, which becomes broken after you upgrade it to heal 2 health bars instead of 1. I should mention this bug-inhabited world uses a combination of science fiction tech like motorcycles and holograms with magic. You also meet Cecilia in level 1. She's basically the game's shop, something I'm surprised exists in this game. She could sell you upgrades, hints, and other things later in the full game. She's going to become essential to your survival in that version too. Level 1 boss is the village goddess, Omukadon, who is basically an easier version of the boss from Oniken. New Maitake will have more prominence in the full game. Just know that this is where Cecilia is after level 1 and where your upgrades will most likely go to get purchased. Next up is level 2 in Webs and Automata. Like Nier Automata?
人類に栄光あれ。
人類に栄光あれ。
This forest level ramps up the difficulty just a bit. Just a bit. If you know how to parry like a champ, this level is way easier. I mentioned the stag beetle enemy earlier. He's an asshole with a giant hitbox. Parries put him in his place very well. Fuck the chain ones though. Never, ever mess with those. Most of this level is bouncing off of these mushrooms and doing platforming challenges. Again, the difficulty does go up, but not by much. There's this section that's easily the hardest part of this level though. You also meet this lone smith, Archimedes, I think I said that right, who enhances your magic weapons and maybe your sword in the full game, hopefully. The second boss, Kurogaki, is harder than Omukadan, but only by virtue of him testing your timing with that parry button. Here's what a full fight looks like when you do it correctly. Overall, a great first impression. I'm looking forward to the full game when it releases someday. But for now, with my honor restored, it's time to venture back into a storm.